Hello and welcome to a fresh new episode of Science Monitor, our weekly update on all that is happening in the field of science and technology in and around the country. I'm Aishwarya Kapoor with you. From updates on Cyclone Vardha to mapping water, air and healthcare online and India's healthcare indicators towards universal health coverage, today we will discuss all about this in detail. But first, let's take a look at the headlines. Cyclone Vardha hits southern coast. A timely prediction saves high-scale damage. Monitoring river water and air quality online. Intel joins hands with DST. Smart Health Portal. Primary healthcare goes mobile. Rural student develops water bicycle, ensures all-round environment protection. And in our In Focus segment today, we will discuss the health facts recently published by WHO and where India stands in terms of universal health coverage. And now the news in detail. Not later than a year after large-scale floods devastated the state of Tamil Nadu, the state has been taken by storm. Now, Vardha, the most intense cyclone to have hit Tamil Nadu in 2 decades, has resulted in heavy rains and chaos. However, timely prediction of the cyclone has helped in warning and evacuation of large population, which in turn has saved thousands of lives.
No sooner has the city of Chennai recovered from the devastating floods that hit it last year, it has been hit again. This time by the cyclonic storm Vardha, which has been declared as the most intense cyclone to have hit the Tamil Nadu capital in 2 decades. While the cyclone made a landfall around 6 p.m. on Monday, the wind reaching a speed of 100 to 120 km per hour wreaked a havoc. While the severe storm resulted in continuous and heavy rain in Chennai, Andhra Pradesh and its suburbs, death and damage to infrastructure, massive obstruction of all modes of transportation, and large-scale uprooting of trees have been reported. However, timely and accurate prediction of the cyclone has played a major role in quick warning and evacuation, saving over 10,000 lives. According to reports, the data gathered by 2 ISRO satellites, INSAT 3D and SCATSAT-1, has been vital to predicting the cyclone's movement, enabling authorities to alert the public. The data collected by the satellites is also aiding rescue operations by the National Disaster Response Force along the coastal regions. While INSAT 3DR is an advanced meteorological satellite configured with an imaging system and an atmospheric sounder, SCATSAT-1 is designed to gather wind vector data products for weather forecasting and cyclone tracking. Cyclone Vardha has re-stressed the need of furthering our understanding of wind systems and has also reinforced the importance of robust technologies for timely and accurate prediction to prevent catastrophic losses.
In a major step towards the restoration, conservation and preservation of the environment, the global firm Intel has joined hands with India's Department of Science and Technology. The collaboration involves the development of a real-time river, water and air quality monitoring system. The collaborative venture will provide grant support to selected projects from various academic institutions.
Air and water, the 2 largest aspects of environment, which are most essential for life as well as the most exploited. Examples range from the sewage and industrial waste dumped in River Ganga to the toxic smog that emanated from burning of agricultural wastes and recently shrouded the capital city. And now, since the world has gone online in almost all sectors, it is also time to adopt faster web-based systems for restoration, conservation and preservation of environment. Along these lines, Intel, one of the world's leading champions in computer technologies, has joined hands with India's Department of Science and Technology. The collaborative research project aims to leverage on latest computational technologies and develop a real-time river water and air quality monitoring system to track the health of rivers and atmosphere and adopt appropriate measures to protect them.
दोनों तरह के सेंसर डेवलप किए जाएंगे, जिसमें कि बहते हुए पानी का जैसे कि रिवर और एयर क्वालिटी मॉनिटरिंग। तो इसमें डिपार्टमेंट ऑफ साइंस एंड टेक्नोलॉजी और इंटेल कॉरपोरेशन ने मिलकर एक बहुत अच्छा प्रोग्राम अभी लॉन्च किया है। इस प्रोग्राम में हमने दोनों ने मिलकर 33 करोड़ रुपए का प्रावधान किया है। उसमें से आधा डिपार्टमेंट ऑफ साइंस एंड टेक्नोलॉजी देगी, आधा इंटेल कॉरपोरेशन कंट्रीब्यूट करेंगे। तो ये एक बहुत अच्छा मॉडल है पब्लिक प्राइवेट पार्टनरशिप का, तो हम मिलके इसमें रिसर्च करेंगे।
Under the project, a network of low-cost, low-power, autonomous wireless sensors will be developed and deployed to collect and assess several critical water and air quality metrics over large geographic areas across the country. The collaborative venture seeks proposals from academic and research institutions, and Intel, along with DST, will support selected projects with grants. The joint program, which is to be administered by the binational Indo-US Science and Technology Forum, is a unique example of public-private partnership.
While air and water quality has gone online, so has healthcare. Yes, with the new Smart Health portal, primary healthcare will now go online and mobile. With Smart Health, doctors and community health workers will now have access to various kinds of health data, using which better healthcare will be provided.
Amidst fast-moving world and changing lifestyles, most of us are often tending to ignore our health. Result: various kinds of disorders which range from high blood pressure to diabetes and cardiovascular diseases. While these lifestyle disorders can be effectively managed using appropriate treatments, what is more crucial is early diagnosis of these disorders. Leaving out the urban areas, most of the rural villages of India still lack access to crucial healthcare facilities, which in turn takes a toll on human lives. Towards this end, the George Institute for Global Health is extending technological outreach in an attempt to solve the healthcare issues persisting in rural areas.
Smart Health has been developed to deal with non-communicable diseases, which is rising in rural communities of Andhra Pradesh. We started off with a pilot study in 10 villages, engaging around 11 ASA workers and 3 primary healthcare doctors. The premise of the Smart Health platform is task shifting, that is sharing some of the jobs of the doctors by the healthcare workers and use of technology to ease the entire process. Capacity development is related to each and every part of this, including task shifting as well as use of technology.
The George Institute for Global Health is a research organization. Our mission is to generate the highest quality evidence which can improve the health of millions of people who live at the bottom of the pyramid. So for this, we identify and develop research projects which have the ability to do so.
One among such project is the Smart Health Extend, an application that can be used for early diagnosis of disorders in rural settings. The project basically caters to doctors and nurses, wherein primary healthcare providers including ASHA workers and ANM are provided a kit comprising a smart tab along with the most modern devices to measure blood pressure and blood sugar levels. The health workers are encouraged to monitor the vital parameters, daily routine and food habits of individuals above 40 years and record the data in the tab. The data is then analyzed by doctors to diagnose disorders at an early stage and warn the individuals about disease risks and precautions to be followed.
हरियाणा के अंदर झज्जर प्रांत में हमने 4 गांव इसके अंदर लिए हैं और 20,000 की जनता को हमने इसके अंदर प्रयोग में लिया है, जिसके अंदर हम जितने भी पुरुष और महिलाएं हैं उन सब की पहले घर की जानकारी, उसके बाद पुरानी कोई बीमारी, साथ में इसी के साथ उनकी जांच जिसमें शुगर और ब्लड प्रेशर की जांच, साथ ही उनके लाइफस्टाइल में खाने पीने का, रहने का और साथ में कोई तंबाकू, बीड़ी या किसी तरह का अल्कोहल का इंटेक जो ले रहे हैं उन सब के ऊपर एक तरह से जानकारी ली जाएगी और उसके बाद जो व्यक्ति हमें हाई रिस्क में आएंगे उन सबको डॉक्टर्स के पास, सरकारी डॉक्टर्स के पास रेफर किया जाएगा.
Following 2 years of successful trial in Madhya Pradesh, the app is now being tested at Jhajjar village in collaboration with the Rohtak Medical College.
Bicycles, the most eco-friendly mode of transport. And what if bicycles can run on water, help people cross rivers and clean garbage from water bodies? Yes, this is what the water bicycle developed by a rural student from Karnataka is designed to do. The novel water bicycle has been recently displayed at the India International Science Festival.
India is a country of bright minds, which has been proved once again by a young student who has built a bicycle capable of moving on water. The water-run bicycle has been developed by Puneet Venkatesh Gonda, a student of Government Higher Primary School in Tenjinagundi, Karnataka. The water bicycle is a redesigned version of the normal bicycle fitted with tightly sealed empty cans, iron grills, a chain pedal and a net. Aided by the National Avishkar Yojana, the student has utilized basic concepts of Archimedes' principle of flotation to conceptualize the innovative cycle.
It is based on the Archimedes principle like floating rules, apparent loss of weight and buoyant force. To understand the no fuel vehicle which completely reduce the pollution in the nature. These bicycles are helpful in carrying small goods, low cost and no cost water vehicle transporter. This can attract tourists for entertainment and exercise. Helpful in the field of fishing also. This bicycle is used to throwing food for fish and prawns. It is used to supply oxygen for water organism.
The water bicycle, which has been built with a capital of Rs 10,000, is eco-friendly and comes with many advantages. Puneet has demonstrated the usefulness of the water bicycle in collecting and cleaning garbage from water bodies and crossing rivers. But while the water bicycle helps in transport and communication between people dwelling in riverside, it can also be used to carry small goods, fishing and also for entertainment combined with physical fitness for tourists. Puneet and his teachers are hopeful that with the help of interested sponsors, the water bicycle, which has already bagged many district and state level awards, can be made simpler and better.
And now it is time to take a very short break. We'll be back with more science news. Keep watching Science Monitor.
Hello and welcome to Rajya Sabha TV. You're watching Constitutionally Yours.
There are certain issues which cannot be made justiciable.
This time we implement the Uniform Civil Code as desired and as enshrined in the Constitution.
This society is going to have a common civil code.
So don't you think bringing gradual changes into personal laws would be more efficient?
Law evolves as the society changes.
Join us as we try to understand contemporary issues related to the Constitution. Watch Constitutionally Yours on Rajya Sabha Television.
Welcome back. After the break, you're watching Science Monitor. Let us now have a look at some important science and technology activities happening in India and abroad in our segment Science Express.
For all the enthusiastic sky watchers, the last supermoon of the year 2016 is up and visible. According to reports, the December supermoon has technically reached peak fullness and due to its proximity to Earth will appear full for the next several nights. The supermoon coincides with the current peak of the Geminid meteor shower, but the light of the full moon will reduce visibility of the meteors. In another exciting event for sky watchers, they had the opportunity to watch a stunning display as the northern lights on the night sky in Rovaniemi, Finland on Friday. During this phenomenon, the skies turned a swirling green just after 2300 local time. The northern lights are set to appear due to a high coronal hole on the surface of the sun, coupled with strong solar winds. In an exciting new find, researchers have unearthed the fossil of a small tail section of a dinosaur that lived 100 million years ago. The fossil, that of a feather tail, which belonged to Coelurosaurian, a bird-like dinosaur, was found buried in amber and has been discovered from the Hukong Valley in northern Myanmar. The tail section, which weighs 6.5 grams, was found along with fossils of some ants and plant fragments. While researchers on one hand are unearthing remains of extinct species, some other species are on the verge of extinction, according to a recent data presented at the meeting of the American Geophysical Union in San Francisco. Rising temperatures that melt sea ice in the Arctic may reduce the world's polar bear population by 1/3 over the next 35 years. The result has been concluded from a combination of data on bear abundance and satellite data showing the loss of Arctic sea ice from 1979 to 2015.
While the world has seen many developments in various sectors in the past many decades, recent estimates state that at least 400 million people globally lack access to essential healthcare facilities. In this context, all the UN member states, including India, are targeting to achieve universal health coverage by 2030. UHC provides accessible and affordable health services without financial hardships. In this context, WHO has recently published health indicators to track progress towards UHC. So where does India stand and what all still needs to be done? We will take a look in our segment In Focus.
Health, the overall physical and mental well-being, is the right of all members of the society. However, despite all the advances made by the human society, a large fraction of population still lack access to basic healthcare facilities. The situation is graver in developing nations with large disease burdens. According to estimates, while at least 400 million people across the globe lack access to essential health services, every year 100 million people are pushed into poverty and 150 million people suffer financial breakdown because of unexpected healthcare expenditures. To address this critical issue of affordability and accessibility of healthcare, about 194 countries across the world are aiming to adopt universal health coverage by 2030. India is one among the many members of the UN who aims to achieve a UHC by 2030. Universal health coverage, sometimes also called the universal health care, is one of the Sustainable Development Goals declared in 2015 and refers to a special healthcare model which aims to make healthcare accessible and affordable to all citizens of a particular country. UHC provides access to quality essential health services, safe, effective and affordable essential medicines and vaccines and protection from financial risks. Under UHC, quality healthcare facilities are designed according to the needs of the local communities so that the patients do not suffer any financial hardship.
Universal health coverage is a wise investment for other reasons, ensuring that everybody receives essential health services without experiencing financial hardship, contributes to social cohesion and stability, and furthers the goal of ending poverty. Universal health coverage is understandably a major health target among the Sustainable Development Goals. I have been encouraged to see so many countries at all income levels across different regions of the world making good progress towards UHC.
Along with the World Bank, WHO has also developed a framework to track the progress of UHC and uses 16 essential health services in 4 categories as indicators of the standard of healthcare in countries. These categories include reproductive, maternal, newborn and child health, infectious diseases, non-communicable diseases, and service capacity and access. In this context, WHO has developed a centralized portal to track the progress towards UHC by various countries. Unfortunately, data indicates that despite the rigorous efforts to make healthcare accessible and affordable, catering completely to such a huge population as India has been a challenge. In the reproductive, maternal, newborn and child health parameter, India records about 3 crore pregnancies every year, with only 45.5% of all pregnant women getting full antenatal care and only 19.7% having access to doctors' services. Along the same lines, it is reported that one child under the age of 5 years dies every 2 minutes in India due to pneumonia and diarrhea. India's statistics on tackling infectious diseases is also a matter of concern, as only 39.5% of the population has access to improved sanitation and only 41.4% population seeks tuberculosis detection and treatment facilities. According to records, India has only 6 hospital beds per lakh and close to only 2 surgeons per lakh population. Data also shows that India has 0.70 physicians per 1,000 population and 0.30 psychiatrists per 1,000 population, which requires intense improvement. The data provides guidelines to governments and healthcare providers on how to strengthen their healthcare systems to achieve the goals of UHC and protect the citizens from the devastating effects of healthcare costs.
Well, that is all for this episode of Science Monitor. Do tell us how do you like our program. You can send your feedback and suggestions. Our email ID is news@vigyanprasar.gov.in. You can also write into us at Vigyan Prasar C24 Kutub Institutional Area, New Delhi 110016. Well, that is all for today. We'll be back with fresh news stories on science and technology again next week. Till then, keep watching Rajya Sabha TV. Thanks for watching.